got to tell me something because I can't see nothing.
Greetings, my brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well.
I've known you since when I first got into the Pan-African energy movement. I want to say like in the early 2004. And I want you just to share some things with our people, your name, your background, and how we connected as far as your level of manufacturing and the things that we were talking about.
Well, first things first, my name is Adilifu Sanyika.
Make sure people can see your eyes. And
I can't tell. My name is Adilifu Sanyika. I am a tailor by trade, dealing with a variety of men's or ladies' clothing wear. I have been in this industry for a little over 40 years, I believe.
Wow.
From 1974 is when I got started. And today, since I've been in Atlanta, I have not been in Atlanta all this time, but since I've been in Atlanta, I've gotten involved with the manufacturing production of underwear, particularly for men, with the intention of helping to finance our struggle here in the diaspora. I guess that's about the best way I can put it right now. Where else do I need to go with that?
yeah, I mean, we appreciate that introduction. The things that we connected, I want to say, over a period of time, I saw you at different conferences. I always appreciate you coming out, especially when you used to be out with your business stuff and really be marketing and selling your products and everything. I just want to let our people know that you can start anywhere. Most of us that started doing anything as far as black manufacturing, black production, or doing anything for our people, it's a level of this consciousness, understanding that, or understanding the situation and realize that we need to build certain things. Anything that you see that needs to be done, we can do it. If you see that we need to make manufactured underwears, make cars, make jewelry, do more organic farming, it's many things that we as a people can do. And I'm always trying to share with our people the different multitude of our brothers and sisters that's doing so many things on the African continent and also on the African diaspora. And I also love to see yourself in Africa being a part of that manufacturing. I think there's a lot of great skills that you have that you can share and contribute as far as the growth and development, especially since you talk about independence. Ever since I met you, you always talk about independence and us doing for ourselves.
I talk about us doing for ourselves.
With an example.
I never talk about independence.
Independence, all right.
Reason why, because it's only because of the language. I understand what you're talking about, but independence literally is a physical impossibility. There is not, independence literally means I don't need you. Isn't that what it means?
That's a good point.
But when we look at each other from the perspective of, I'm a clothing manufacturer, but I still need to eat. I don't grow food, so it has to come from somewhere. I prefer to get my food from my brother.
Absolutely.
I'd prefer that far from the person who's putting toxins in it to send my way. Okay? So we need to do business with each other in that regard. We need to help each other in that regard. And instead of being quote unquote independent, we need to be interdependent. So that we rely on each other to do things that I can't do. Things that I don't have time to do, even if I had the skills to do.
Like all the technology work I've helped you with over the years.
Exactly. But that's just from my perspective. But it's also an issue of the language that has been forced upon us since our own language has been taken from us. So we have to deal with it in that regard. And we need to know what's going on around us so that we can do that. And then when we know what's going on around us, we need to determine what we're going to do for us.
Absolutely. And I can't stop looking at this tie as we talk about do for self and self-reliance and self-determination and things like that, and the energy. That is a perfect emblem of nation building, the red, black, and green. And for you to have it in a tie, I've got to get me a suit like this. I got to get some of these ties.
This is what I don't know if you can see it in this light, but the suit matches the tie. Can you see this?
Everything matches. Full floor of red, black, green, and gold.
Green,
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Very,
family.
very. I think that's supposed
So
to
since
go
you're a master tailor,
red.
you constructed everything that you have on
Yes,
right now. I'm
including
telling you, man, this brother is the business, yo, family.
And this is where it is. This is genuine kente cloth.
You know, that looked like something I would get from Kumasi at the craft village.
Okay.
But you did it yourself.
I did it myself.
You awesome, man. My brother.
One quick question.
Yes, sir.
Brother, could you tell the people the story when you was listening to Dr. Clark?
Yeah, okay, like I explained, I am a tailor. This kind of garment is I guess what my greatest strength is. And it's just simply what I do, and if you don't mind me patting myself on the back.
Go ahead, man.
I'm the first place award winner in a competition up in Ohio for quality construction in menswear. And I was married at the time, and my wife and I were in Louisville, Kentucky at a conference in which Dr. John Henrik Clark was a keynote speaker. And he made a comment when he was talking about the issue of economics, that he said every person in this room is wearing underwear. Nowhere in this country is there a black person, one of us, manufacturing that underwear. And I looked at my wife and she looked at me and I said, I can do that. And it took me a little while, but it took me some time to get retooled and restructured, and so I started doing. At that time, it was underwear for men, women, and children, and they had kind of this twist to them. And if I can also boast, I still have a letter from him to this day. One of my customers was a gentleman by the name of Dr. John Henrik Clark.
Absolutely, excellent, excellent.
So that's something to be proud of. And he sent me a letter, and I still have it to this day.
Perfect, brother. We'll definitely appreciate your energy and everything. And want to use that energy and let our young brothers and sisters know, and this our generation of our folks know, that we have to be able to be more than just consumers. We have to produce every single thing that we need 100%. We have to be able to go beyond just the means of just all these madness going on and do for self and work together. And my brother talked about interdependent. That means we count and deal with each other. So
Exactly.
family, anything you want to say before we close out? Or you want to give your contact information so you can get all these orders?
I'm not in a position to do that right now. I'm semi-retired. I'm looking to get into teaching, because that's what I was getting ready to say. I guess you can tell by my looks that I'm no longer a spring chicken. And I'm not looking to do this just for me. So, and there's some people, and I can't really talk about it because I don't know what's up. I don't meet with the sister until next week. But we're talking about setting up a program through which we can teach children, pass this along to subsequent generations, so that somebody else can pick up the gauntlet and run with it.
Man, perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to bring you to our Echo Village, our repatriation village in Ghana, when we have everything set up. And, we're looking to bring a lot of talents there so we can, we can share different skills and learn from our people who have been there and been on the road. So family, what I want you to do is check out our website, africaforafricans.org, and you'll find a whole lot of information about traveling, living, and doing business in Africa. Ghana is our main foundation, but we can take you all over the African world. So family, you take care, and we keep it strong.
Brother Bomani, thank you for this opportunity. This is beautiful.
Absolutely.